Do you feel a gnawing emptiness despite outward success, a quiet rebellion against the gilded cage of conventional morality? We are taught good and evil, but what if these are merely shadows cast by the societal sun, obscuring our true potential? As Nietzsche profoundly stated, he who has a why to live can bear almost any how. But what if your why is buried under layers of inherited beliefs? Are you ready to unearth it? You feel it, don't you? You've been conditioned since childhood, subtly programmed to suppress certain desires, instincts, parts of yourself deemed unacceptable or bad. This isn't about rejecting morality outright. It's about recognizing that the morality imposed upon you might not align with your deepest nature. This repression, this denial of your inherent self, is the hidden cause of your discontent. It's the weight of your shadow self, as Carl Jung would say, pulling you down. Jung understood this profound struggle. The reframe lies in accepting the duality within. It's not about becoming amoral, but about recognizing that good and evil are constructs, not absolutes. Your authentic self, the true expression of your will to power, is not inherently good or evil, it simply is asterisk. The path to freedom lies in integrating those aspects of yourself you've suppressed, the dark and the light, the shadow and the sun. It's a conscious integration, an embrace of the fullness of your human experience. A sense of inauthenticity. This isn't just existential angst, it's a symptom. A symptom of a deeper struggle, a silent war waged within your own soul. It's the friction between the life your supposed asterisk to live and the life you yearn to create. The hidden chains binding you? They're not physical but psychological, forged in the fires of societal conditioning. The things you're afraid to admit, the impulses you repress, the wildness you suppress to fit in, that's all part of it. Carl Jung brilliantly illuminated this inner conflict with his concept of the shadow. He understood that the parts of ourselves we reject, our darkness, are not simply flaws to be eradicated but integral aspects of our wholeness. Repressing them only amplifies their power, creating internal tension, the very source of that gnawing emptiness. It's about recognizing that the good and evil you've been taught aren't immutable truths, but constructs subjective interpretations shaped by the society you inhabit. Your ethical framework doesn't need to be dictated by others. It can be crafted from your own experiences, your own understanding of yourself, both light and dark. You begin by acknowledging the shadow and then start the process of integration. Now consider this. What aspects of yourself have you suppressed to conform? You might excel in your career, have loving relationships, yet a quiet unease persists, a sense of something missing, something unfulfilled. This is the cage of conventional morality, built not of bars and chains, but of deeply ingrained beliefs and expectations. The hidden chains binding you are the unconscious biases and values instilled since childhood. Your family, education, and culture have shaped your very perception of good and evil, right and wrong. It's not a crude, domineering force, but an inherent drive for self-mastery, self-overcoming. He might have said, without embracing our darkness, there can be no true light. By repressing your shadow, you're effectively suppressing your potential, your own personal will to power. The unease you feel is not a character flaw, but a sign of this vital, albeit buried, force stirring within. Here's the reframing. Your shadow isn't your enemy. It's a rich source of untapped energy, creativity, and power. Can you identify the parts of yourself you've repressed? What fears keep you from embracing your shadow self? What steps can you take toward integrating those hidden aspects into a more complete, powerful, and authentic version of yourself? You feel it, don't you? That gnawing unease, that persistent sense of something missing, even when life outwardly appears successful. You're playing the game, hitting the milestones, yet a hollowness lingers. The conflict arises from the dissonance between your primal instincts, your will to power, your inherent desires, and the societal expectations that demand their suppression. This conflict is fueled by the fear of judgment, the fear of not conforming, the fear of being ostracized. This fear is the prison warden keeping you in the dark. Carl Jung understood this struggle profoundly. He called it the shadow self, the repressed, often unacceptable, parts of ourselves that society deems unworthy. Reject the simplistic dichotomy of good versus evil. This isn't about becoming amoral, it's about constructing your own ethical framework, one rooted in self-awareness and authenticity. Your values are subjective, molded by your experiences, not absolute truths handed down from on high. Question them, challenge them, reconstruct them. Embrace the inherent duality within yourself, knowing that this does not diminish you, it creates the richness of your being. It's the silent scream of your authentic self, stifled by the suffocating weight of conventional morality. You've been taught what good is, what success looks like, and you're desperately trying to fit the mold only to find it doesn't fit. The pressure mounts, the dissonance grows, and you're left with a sense of profound dissatisfaction. This internal conflict isn't a personal failing, it's a consequence of societal conditioning. These buried aspects, this repressed energy, feed the unsettling unease and lack of fulfillment. Carl Jung described this as the shadow self, the aspects of ourselves we reject, the parts that don't align with societal ideals. Integrating this shadow, acknowledging its power, is crucial. As Nietzsche powerfully stated, he who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Your why isn't dictated by societal pressures, it's found within the depths of your own being, even in your shadows. Recognize that your values are not objective truths, but subjective interpretations forged in the crucible of your unique experiences. The path of self-mastery isn't a gentle stroll, it's a courageous confrontation with your own depths. It requires self-reflection, the willingness to face your insecurities, and the strength to challenge the deeply ingrained beliefs holding you back. Embrace the discomfort, for it is in this fertile ground of struggle that true transformation takes root. This unease stems from a hidden battle raging within. It's the conflict between your conditioned morality, the good and evil you've been taught, and the raw, untamed energy of your authentic self. The shadow self, as Jung called it, holds the key. It's the collection of repressed desires, instincts, and emotions deemed unacceptable by society, yet these very aspects are essential to your wholeness, your uniqueness. As he put it, he who has a why to live can bear almost any how. He was talking to this buried part of you that is yearning to be expressed, not controlled. So how do we integrate this? By embracing the shadow, not denying it. This means facing your fears, your insecurities, those parts of you that society has labeled as wrong or bad. Instead of fighting these aspects, see them for what they are, sources of power, raw materials for the creation of a more authentic you. Start to understand them. What if the things you see as flaws are actually the most powerful parts of you? This isn't a quick fix, but a profound shift in perspective. It's the beginning of writing your own narrative, of becoming the author of your own life. Ask yourself, what aspects of your past are you still suppressing? And more importantly, what potential awaits you when you finally embrace them? You feel it, don't you? These are the whispers of societal conditioning, the internalized judgments, the unspoken rules, the fear of ostracization. They've shaped your perception of good and evil, right and wrong, twisting your natural instincts into something less than whole. Perhaps you've suppressed your ambition, your desires, your true self, for fear of judgment, for fear of rejection. This repression, this denial of your own shadow self, is the root of your discontent. This is the silent battle raging within. As Nietzsche powerfully stated, he who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Your why lies hidden within the shadow, waiting to be discovered. The reframe isn't about abandoning morality, but about redefining it. It's about creating your own ethical framework, one built on self-awareness and authenticity. This means confronting the societal programming that has shaped your beliefs, questioning the very foundations of your moral compass. You'll become the author of your own life, free from the constraints of societal expectations, free to forge your own path, your own unique meaning. Will you dare to venture into the darkness and emerge transformed?